Alex Hormozi is probably the smartest entrepreneur of our times. And if you noticed, his book launch, $100 million money models, is by far the best representation of how you can scale your personal brand because it shows you two problems that I'm going to show you how to solve in this video, which is actually going to fix your personal brand. This is not one of those videos I'm going to tell you in which you must create value content, create valuable pieces of content, create YouTube videos. I'm not going to give you the generic advice. I'm going to show you true problems, two specific problems that revealed the exact scenario that most people exist in and how Alex Hormozi has defeated that. I'm going to show you everything in this video. Because let's take a look at the old model. And the old model of content worked like this. You provided value through content, and this worked probably like 3 years ago. You provided value through content, and because of that, people paid you cash. Why? Why did this even work? Because you need to understand that psychologically there is something known as reciprocity. And reciprocity is a tendency of the brain to actually want to do things for other people. So if I provided valuable content to you, you then become obliged to provide cash to me in return for that valuable content. Your brain is optimized for that. And this model worked. It made you money, it got you inbound leads. But this is the model that most people do and try to run in 2025 or whatever you're watching this in. And they believe that this will work for them and it doesn't. And then they cry about why it doesn't work for them. This worked because market sophistication did not rise. Market sophistication did not catch up to the same degree as to when people are entering the markets. Right now, the problem is that everybody's entering into personal branding. Everybody's creating content. And because of that, there is a huge influx of supply, but the demand is very less. And demand actually exists, but people are not understanding market sophistication. This is the new model. This is what people do. People post content. And that's it. That's it. People just post content and they get nothing in return, and then they become sad and they wonder why this doesn't work, and they say that personal brands take time. Personal branding is slow. You need 6 months to build a personal brand. I've been able to generate leads for my business in a month. In 1 month, I'm able to generate leads for my business. 1 month of posting, and I don't even post every single day. I am able to pull this off because I've understood the two big problems that I'm going to solve in this video for you. And once you solve this problem for yourself, you will notice the fact that your content now starts to convert way better than most people. I'm going to make this video as short as possible. Alex Hormozi understood these problems and he optimized for beating this. His new launch, he made close to $100 million in 2 days. Think about that. Think about that. Every single business guru online flexes $100 million of net worth. He made that in 2 fucking days with one book. With a book. Because he solved for the first problem, that is reciprocity imbalance. There was no reciprocity imbalance a few years ago. Because content back then was actually an exclusive thing. Valuable content was exclusive. Now everybody's creating valuable content. I'm not doubting the fact that you don't have knowledge. You have knowledge. But the fact of the matter is, the baseline for valuable content has increased. So even if you feel like your content is valuable, it is actually just pretty normal for your viewers to come across. That's why it's not converting, my friend. Alex Hormozi understood this and he solved for reciprocity imbalance, and he came up with a solution. And he optimized in a way that he literally got paid money by people so that the people can advertise his book, which makes him more money. Think about this. Think about Facebook giving you money for letting them run your ads to make you more money. That's what Alex Hormozi pulled off. It's probably the most impossible thing that anybody has done. I'm going to show you why. This is what most people do. They create valuable content in terms of like a YouTube video, a Loom video like this. And then they expect payment from viewers. They expect people to convert, to book a call and give them money. That's what they expect. But viewers don't actually pay. So they become sad. They feel like, what? Why is this not working? Everyone told me to build a personal brand. Why is it not working for me anymore? Let's take a look at Alex Hormozi's model. Create emotional situation. Create a situation in which you're tying the action that the viewer must take, the ideal action, the ideal behavior that the viewer must take, the first step of the funnel, the first ideal step they must take in the funnel to get the desired result. That is to, become a lead, to buy your stuff. Create emotional situation to that and anchor it to an emotional situation. So what it does is that it builds stakes for that action. Because if you don't do that action now, there is a huge stake at hand. And if you don't solve it, that's, big things are going to happen. He creates an emotional situation. He tells you donate 6,000 for 200 books. Because the emotional situation he's trying to create is the fact that he has a big purpose in life. That is he wants to provide business education to people. And so because he wants to provide business education to people at free of cost, he's telling you like, okay, if you're interested in doing that, how about we do this? You donate me, you'd pay $6,000 to donate 200 books to your audience and spread this word. Basically, in simpler terms, you advertise for Alex Hormozi and you pay him $6,000 to do so. Which is insane. So he tells you, he anchors the ideal fact. Like, let's think about this. If he just told you one day, pay me 6,000, give 200 books for free, maybe some people might have bought it. But he tied it to an emotional situation. He anchored it to an emotional situation. Donate 6K for 200 books. Provide books for free. The viewer provides books for free to their audience. The viewer feels good because now their audience gets value. Because, they are getting some insanely valuable content. The viewer feels good because, their audience is happy. He beats reciprocity imbalance for the viewer. The viewer himself, or the viewer itself, is going through a reciprocity imbalance. Right? Everybody's going through reciprocity imbalance. Even me. By donating Alex Hormozi's book to your audience, you're beating reciprocity imbalance for yourself, which in turn beats reciprocity imbalance for Alex Hormozi. So he's creating a scenario in which he's solving the reciprocity imbalance for you, which solves the reciprocity imbalance for him, which actually leads to omnipresence and trust, which actually leads to more sales for him. He is a very smart guy. It's not donate. He's not donate. No, nobody's donating 6K. When he's saying donate 6K for 200 books, you're paying for 200 books. You're not donating shit, bro. You're not donating shit. You're paying for 200 books. But he's marketed it in a way that defeats reciprocity imbalance for you and him. And because it beats reciprocity imbalance for the buyer, it beats reciprocity imbalance for him. Because now you feel like, okay, if his free stuff solve problems for me, I can trust him with my stuff. Because personal brands are not personal anymore. This is a big problem. I've been talking about this for a very long time. For the past 6 months, I've been talking about this exact concept. Personal brands are not personal anymore. People are just regurgitating the same advice, expecting the same results. You're not going to get the same results. Look at this. My reels get about 2,000, 3,000, 2,000 views. I'm not going viral at all. One of my reels went like decently viral, like 25,000 views. Guess what? Nick Setting himself commented on my reel. Like this guy. If you know, you know. If you know this guy, you know this guy. He himself commented on my reel. This reel, which took me 30 minutes to make. Because I've understood how to beat this reciprocity imbalance. I've understood to fix this problem of being not personal in your content. Because you need to do this. You cannot be creating value content anymore. If you're focused on creating value content, you're fucked. You're way behind in life. My friend, markets are sophisticated. Like the value content you feel is valuable, the threshold of it is way too high. So the threshold of you feeling like, okay, this is valuable content, is not actually valuable anymore. It's gone. Markets have sophisticated. People have improved their intelligence. Their knowledge has improved. Value content is not enough anymore. You need to tie everything to a big purpose. My big purpose for these videos is to make sure that every single person who works with me is able to build a personal brand that actually creates massive human movements, changes people's lives. Not make money, not get leads, change people's lives. That's my big purpose for my company. My content is based around this. Tell me, in this entire video, by the time, like I've been talking for 8 minutes, 9 minutes now, do you really feel like I'm trying to sell you something? Do you really feel like I'm trying to make money from you or take money from you? Do you really feel that? Even though I have a product to sell you, I have a business I run, and these videos are meant to get leads for that business, do you really feel like I'm selling you something? You don't feel like that because I've tied everything to a greater big purpose. Alex Hormozi did the same thing. He tied buying his book, buying 200 of his books, paying 6K, 24K to a big purpose. He blazed the stakes for you to take this action. And he made sure that if you do this, you're going to get this result because it's a big stake at hand. So if you genuinely want to scale your personal brand, you need to learn from him. You need to understand the fact that you have to be a little more personal in your content. You cannot be expecting to copy what works, create Loom videos, and expect people to pay you money. And secondly, beat reciprocity imbalance from the inside. Don't expect value content to be the thing that beats reciprocity. Value content is not enough value because of this, that your viewers don't actually convert. It's not enough value for them. Provide real education, provide real breakdowns. I do this for myself. People say that it takes a long time to build a personal brand. I'm able to get leads. I've been posting for 1 month, bro. 1 month. Think about that. I don't even post every day. I post once. I've been posting for a month. I'm generating leads for my business. Think about that. It's not smart. It's not more so about, like, how much time it takes. It's not about the time. It's about how you position yourself. You can go watch this video right now. I'm going to talk about positioning in that video, so you can really understand well what I'm talking about. And if you're really interested to buy my stuff, you can check the description, or you can subscribe and share this video. Do whatever you want to. I don't really care if you convert into my leads or not. I get a lot of leads anyways, so if you see a spot, maybe you can hop on a call if it makes sense to you. You can go watch this video right now. Don't sacrifice your future self for the pleasure day. Peace.